Hey everybody. Wow, what a day. After I dropped off the three amigos, I had my next ride set up and it was a 45 mile ride. So I'm in Appleton, Tennessee. This guy was super cool. He asked me if he could hire me to do some running around for him because he was buying a car and that's why we're here. I said, sure. He says, I'm going to pay you $200. I said, well, you know, you're paying through Uber. He goes, can you turn that off? I'll pay you $200. So I said, sure. So I just brought him up here. And I'm listening to the Braves. I'm kind of watching the Braves while I'm parked anyway. And that's the new car he's buying. But he wants me to follow him home. And he said the AC needs Freon in it. I said, well, I've got some Freon at the house I'll give you. Because, I mean, guy gave me $200. I bought a thing of Freon, you know, I think it was $40. And it turns out my car needed a new AC. So I had to, or a new compressor. So it wasn't a Freon issue, it was a compressor. So I got that fixed. And now I'm sitting on that Freon. I don't need it. This guy's super nice. And his name is Maxwell. But I'm, I don't know it'll work. That's a $200 tip you could say to bring me in. But I took him to the sea. We went to Walgreens and took him to his bank. Oh, that's it. And then brought him here. It's really didn't even take an hour. So opportunities like that is hard to pass. I wasn't going to say, no, I got to do Uber and then make, you know, maybe $45 compared to $200. So I told him thanks. I said, you know, that's great because on the first of the month I send my son $200 in college. And so, oh, man, do I need to give you more? He was just super nice. I said, dude, you've been very generous with me. No, I couldn't even take it. $200 was way beyond what this trip was actually worth. But he asked me to clear the front so he could sit there, and I hook him up. You can hook up to this screen with your phone. Anybody that has a phone that has a Bluetooth in it, then he can, it goes to Apple Play wireless. So he was playing his music and he was very happy. But that's the exciting thing of the day. I'm kind of waiting on him to come out here. Well, he wants to be Facebook friends with me, so I told him, you know, I had this stuff and that I posted trying to, well, I guess I hadn't really said my main objective. It's just to show that I want to clarify something. Yesterday I said, if you watch the news, they're not telling the truth. Well, that's not true what I said. I didn't word that right. Watching the news, you see how bad. They're not going to report this guy took three Mexicans from the airport and they had fun. I mean, it's going to be the tragic things. And I think most people know this, you know, that's just something that happened and they report on that. And that's not the real picture out here. The real picture is stuff like what I experienced. Nice people, friendly people, compassionate people, and, you know, they're patient people. I mean, most people out here are good. So I guess my point was in yesterday's was when people, it seems like a lot of people are so fearful, just naturally fearful. I don't think that's healthy because you're missing out. You know, if you let it keep you from doing things, it's one. And, you know, I always say, well, I know it could happen. Well, anything could happen. You can get struck by lightning. You could win the lottery, though. So, you know, look at it that way. And I'm proving it every day, I think, at least to myself. I mean, this guy was awesome. He gave me $200. Let's see. There's the guy that owns the car. There's the Maxwell. He's happy. He wants me to follow him home. And I think maybe I'll just run by. If he'll follow me, it's not far to my house to get that stuff. But yeah, see, this is the real world we live in. Not the bad stuff reported on the news. That's just a little tiny bit of the whole picture. So I don't know. That's my point. God, I get all these spam calls. I bet you do too. But what a day, man! I've only done. Let's say I've done one. I didn't start till late, so I've done about 4 rides and I've made about $300. And that's exceptional. And 200 of that is because of this guy here. So thank you, Maxwell. And his new car. Oh, you know what happened? That's his phone when he came back out here, hooked back up to my screen. So it's through Bluetooth now. His Apple Play is on. His music. Oh shoot, I'm talking. I'm supposed to pretend I'm deaf.
Are you still listening to my music?
It just popped back on. I was watching the Braves. Hey Maxwell, you want to say hi to my Facebook friends?
Yeah, hi. What's up?
He's such a nice guy, man. It's just been fun. I'm supposed to be deaf, so he told.
Yeah,
It's a long.
I told him that.
We were trying to make an excuse for why we're late, and one reason he's got an Uber guy that's deaf and can't.
Well, thing, don't tell him. Shh.
I gotta be quiet.